Warm light by the window. A quiet room. A calm night. You are here, and you are safe. Nothing is required from you right now. You don't have to solve anything. You don't have to be ready for anything. You can simply rest. Imagine a window nearby. Outside, the night is dark and still. The world beyond the glass feels far away, softened, quiet, distant. Inside, close to you, there is a warm light by the window. Not bright. Not sharp. Just a gentle glow, like a small lantern or a shaded lamp. That warm light stays steady. It does not flicker. It does not demand attention. It simply fills a small part of the room with calm. The rest of the room can stay dim. The corners are quiet. Shadows are soft. Everything looks gentle in the low light. Take a slow breath in. And let it out, a little longer. Again. Inhale, easy. And exhale, slow. As you breathe, imagine the warm light as something that makes the room feel safe. A signal to the body. A message that says, you can stop now. You can rest now. If thoughts are still moving, that's fine. You don't have to chase them. You don't have to stop them. You can let them drift at the edge of the room, like distant sounds that don't come closer. Return to the simple scene. The window. The warm light. The quiet room. Outside the window, the night stays still. Inside, the light stays warm. Notice the air in the room. Comfortable. Soft. Maybe slightly cooler near the window, and warmer near the light. A gentle contrast that feels soothing. Take another breath in. And out. Now notice the bed beneath you. The surface supports you. It does not move quickly. It simply holds you. If you have a blanket, feel its weight. Not heavy in a stressful way. Just enough to feel grounded. Just enough to feel held. Bring your attention to your face. Let the forehead soften. Let the eyes rest. Let the jaw loosen. If the teeth are touching, let them separate slightly. Let the tongue rest. Let the lips be soft. Now notice your shoulders. You don't need to carry the day anymore. Let the shoulders drop down. Let them become heavy. Take a slow inhale. And a longer exhale. The warm light by the window stays steady. It doesn't hurry. It doesn't change. It simply glows. You can let your mind match that steadiness. If your mind wants to review the day, it can stop halfway. If it wants to plan tomorrow, it can pause. You don't need to finish those thoughts tonight. Tonight is simple. Warm light. Quiet room. Rest. Picture the window again. Maybe you can see the glass reflecting that warm glow. A soft reflection, like a small golden shape floating in the dark. Outside, you don't need details. You don't need a story. You only need the feeling that the night is calm and far away. Inside, you have the warm light. Inside, you have safety. Take another breath in and out. Now bring attention to your hands. Let them be open. Let the fingers be loose. Nothing to hold. If you notice tension in your palms, let it melt slowly. No force. Just permission. Now bring attention to your arms. Upper arms. Soft. Elbows. Resting. Forearms. Warm. Wrists. Loose. Your arms can be heavy and still. Now your chest. It rises and falls on its own. You don't need perfect breathing. Only gentle breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Now your belly. Let it be soft. Let it move naturally with your breath. You don't need to pull it in. You don't need to hold it tight. The warm light continues to glow. Steady. Comforting. Imagine that glow as a quiet circle of warmth. Not heat. Exactly, more like comfort. A soft presence. If your thoughts drift, let them drift. If they return, let them return. Either way, you come back to the same scene. Warm light by the window. A calm night. A safe room. Now notice your hips and legs. Hips supported. Thighs heavy. Knees still. Calves warm. Feet resting. Your legs don't have to do anything. Your feet don't have to go anywhere. Take one more slow breath in. And a longer breath out. The room stays quiet. The warm light stays steady. You can imagine that each exhale makes the room slightly softer. As if your breath is smoothing the air. As if each exhale is turning down the brightness of the mind. Not the lamp. The lamp stays warm. But the mind becomes dimmer, quieter. If a thought appears, you can let it pass like a shadow crossing the wall. It comes. It goes. And the light remains. The warm light by the window is patient. It can stay as long as it needs to. It doesn't ask you to do anything. And because it is steady, your nervous system can relax. Take a breath in and out. Now imagine that you are sitting near that window, but only in a gentle way, no effort. You are simply near it. The warm light is beside you, like a quiet companion. The night outside is dark and calm, and you are safely inside. You don't need to look out. You don't need to think about what's outside. You only need the feeling. Inside is warm. Inside is quiet. Inside is safe. Warm light. Quiet room. Your body begins to settle deeper. Not suddenly. Gradually. Shoulders heavier. Breath slower. Hands softer. Eyes quieter. Everything is moving towards sleep on its own. And you can let it happen. One more slow inhale. And a long, gentle exhale. Good. Stay with the warm light by the window. Stay with the quiet room. And let yourself rest, more and more, as the night holds still around you. Warm light by the window. A quiet room. A calm night. Nothing changes quickly here. Nothing asks anything from you. The light stays warm. Not bright. Not sharp. Just steady. Outside the window, the night is darker. Maybe the sky is clouded. Maybe there is a faint sound in the distance. But it is all far away. It does not enter the room. Inside, the warm light stays close. It creates a small circle of comfort. A gentle space where your body can rest. You don't have to look at the light. You only feel what it does to the room. It softens edges. It warms shadows. It makes everything feel calm and safe. Take a slow breath in. And a longer breath out. Inhale. Exhale. As you breathe, let the scene become simple and familiar. The window. The warm glow. The quiet air. The steady support of the bed. The light doesn't flicker. It doesn't surprise you. It stays the same. And because it stays the same, your mind can stop checking. If your thoughts try to move fast, you can slow them down by returning to something steady. The light. The breath. The room. Warm light by the window. Imagine the window glass reflecting a soft amber shape. A gentle reflection that floats in the darkness like a calm memory. The glass is a boundary. Outside can be whatever it is. Inside is safe. The night outside is quiet and distant. Even if there are sounds outside, they are muted. Softened by distance. Softened by darkness. Softened by the calm of the room. Inside, everything is closer and softer. the warmth near the light, the gentle dimness in the corners, the stillness of objects resting where they belong. Nothing needs to be changed. If you want, notice the air again. Near the window it can feel cooler. Near the light it feels warmer. That gentle difference makes the room feel real and comforting. You are in the warm part. You are inside. You are safe. Take another breath in and out. Now let the light become a quiet symbol. Not something to think about, just something the body understands. Warm light means you are home. You are protected. You can let go. Warm light means nothing urgent. Nothing dangerous. Nothing to solve. And with that message, your shoulders can soften. Your jaw can loosen. Your hands can rest. Warm light by the window. If a thought arrives, you don't have to open it. You don't have to read it. You don't have to reply. You can place it gently on the other side of the window. Not outside in a dramatic way. Just out of your space. Tonight is not for thinking. Tonight is for resting. Inhale. Exhale. The light stays steady. The room stays quiet. And because the room is quiet, your breath becomes easier. Your breath becomes slower, without being forced. In. Out. In. Out. The scene becomes more and more familiar, like a place you have always known. The window is simply there. The light is simply there. The bed is simply there. And you are simply resting. Warm light by the window. There is no need for a story. There is no need for progress. There is no need for a result. Just the steady feeling of safety. Let your attention settle on small, gentle details. The soft glow on a curtain. The faint shadow on the wall. The quiet warmth in the air. The steady support under your back. Small details that do not wake you. Small details that do not demand. They simply exist. And when things simply exist, the mind can rest. If you notice your eyes trying to focus, let them soften. As if the room is slightly blurred. As if you are viewing everything through calm. The light can be a soft blur too. A warm presence. A gentle haze. Warm light by the window. Now notice how still the room is. Even the quiet has a texture. A soft, safe silence. And in that silence, you can stop scanning. No scanning. No checking. No deciding. Just resting. Inhale. Exhale. The night outside remains distant. The window remains a boundary. The warm light remains near. Inside is warm. Inside is calm. Inside is safe. Repeat that quietly, not like a task, like a lullaby the body already knows. Inside is warm. Inside is calm. Inside is safe. Warm light by the window. Your body can become heavier now. Not in a tired way. In a resting way. A gentle heaviness. Shoulders heavy. Arms heavy. Hands relaxed. Chest calm. Belly soft. Hips heavy. Legs heavy. Everything supported. Take one more slow breath in and out. And as you stay with this steady scene, warm light by the window, your mind becomes quieter, your thoughts become softer, and sleep begins to feel closer, as if it has been waiting here in the warm glow all along. Warm light by the window. A quiet room. A calm night. The light stays steady. And now your body can become steady too. You don't have to force relaxation. You don't have to do it perfectly. You only notice, and allow. Begin with a slow breath in, and a longer breath out. Inhale, and exhale. Again. Inhale, and exhale. Let the exhale be easy. Let it be slightly longer than the inhale. A gentle signal to the nervous system. Now bring your attention to your feet. You don't have to move them. You don't have to change anything. You only notice. Notice the toes. Notice the soles of the feet. Notice the heels. If there is tension there, it can soften. If there is nothing there, that is fine too. Imagine the feet becoming heavier. Not heavy with effort. Heavy with rest. The bed supports the feet. The bed receives the weight. Warm light by the window. Stillness in the room. Now bring attention to the calves. Let them rest. Let them soften. Then the knees. The knees can be still. They don't have to hold you up now. Then the thighs. The thighs can be heavy and quiet. You may notice warmth. You may notice nothing. Either way, you can let the muscles loosen. Inhale. Exhale. Now notice the hips. The hips can release. They can settle deeper into the bed. There is nothing to hold. Nothing to brace for. The warm light stays steady. And that steadiness can move through your body. Now notice the lower belly. Let it soften gently. Let it rise and fall with the breath. No tightness needed. No holding. The belly can be soft. Safe enough to soften. Inhale. And exhale. Now notice the lower back. Often, the lower back holds quiet tension. But tonight, it can be supported. You don't have to adjust. You don't have to fix posture. You only notice the support beneath you. The bed holds you. The mattress receives you. Warm light by the window. Quiet air in the room. Now notice the chest. The chest rises. The chest falls. You don't need a perfect breath. Only a gentle breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now notice the shoulders. The shoulders can drop down. They can move away from the ears. If one shoulder feels tighter, breathe toward it. And on the exhale, let it soften. Inhale. Exhale. Now notice the arms. Upper arms. Heavy. Elbows. Resting. Forearms. Warm. Wrists. Loose. Hands. Open. The hands don't need to hold anything now. The fingers can be loose. If the hands want to curl slightly, that's fine. If they want to open, that's fine. Comfort is enough. Warm light by the window. Now notice the neck. Let it be long and relaxed. The head is supported. The jaw can loosen. If the teeth are touching, let them separate slightly. Let the tongue rest in the bottom of the mouth. Let the face soften. Forehead smooth. Eyes quiet. Cheeks soft. Inhale. And exhale. Now, imagine the warm light as a gentle warmth near your skin. Not heat, comfort. A quiet presence that says, safe. And with that feeling, your breathing becomes slower. Your body becomes heavier. Heavier in a peaceful way. Heavier in a resting way. You can scan the body again, slowly, and gently. Feet. Resting. Calves. Soft. Knees. Still. Thighs. Heavy. Hips. Settled. Belly. Soft. Chest. Calm. Shoulders. Down. Arms. Heavy. Hands. Loose. Neck. Relaxed. Jaw loose. Eyes still. Everything supported. Warm light by the window. A quiet room. A calm night. If thoughts appear, you don't chase them. You return to sensation. The feeling of the bed. The weight of the blanket. The slow breath. Inhale. Exhale. Each exhale can feel like sinking a little deeper. Not falling. Sinking? Like a stone settling into warm sand. Like a leaf settling onto still water. No effort. Just settling. And as you settle, sleep becomes closer, quietly, softly, naturally. Warm light by the window. And your body resting, more and more. Warm light by the window. Quiet room. Calm night. Safe. Quiet. Rest. Nothing to do. Nothing to solve. Nothing to finish. If a thought appears, you don't need to follow it. You don't need to answer it. You don't need to push it away. You can let it fade. 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 Warm light by the window. The light stays steady. The room stays still. Your breath is enough. In. Out. In. Out. The mind can become softer now. Less sharp. Less busy. Soft. Dim. Quiet. Soft. Dim. Quiet. If the mind tries to name things, it can stop. It can start. And stop. No need to label. No need to decide. Warm light by the window. A gentle glow. A small circle of warmth. Outside the window, night stays far away. Inside, everything is close and safe. 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 In. Out. In. Out. If you notice a thought about tomorrow, it can wait. If you notice a thought about today, it can fade. Not now. Now is only this. Light. Breath. Stillness. Light. Breath. Stillness. The words are simple. The room is simple. Simple is safe. Safe. Quiet. Rest. Safe. Quiet. Rest. If you feel your attention wandering, you don't bring it back with effort. You let it drift back on its own. Drift. Drift. Warm light by the window. The glow is steady. The glow is soft. Soft glow. Soft glow. In. Out. In. Out. If a thought feels loud, you can make it smaller. Not by fighting it. Just by not feeding it. Let it shrink. Let it thin. 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 The mind can be like fog. A soft fog. No clear edges. No sharp points. Warm light by the window. The bed holds you. The blanket holds you. The night holds the room. Held? 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 In? Out? In? Out? No need to check time. No need to check progress. No need to check sleep. Sleep will come when it comes. No watching. No waiting. Just resting. Warm light by the window. If you hear the quiet in the room, let it be enough. If you hear your breath, let it be enough. 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 Safe. Quiet. Rest. Safe. Quiet. Rest. The mind can become less interested in thoughts. Less interested in meaning. Words can pass through. Like soft air. Pass through. Pass through. In. Out. In. Out. Light stays steady. Breath stays slow. Steady. Slow. Steady. Slow. If an image appears in your mind, it can blur. If a memory appears, it can blur. 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 Warm light by the window. You don't need to hold the scene clearly. Only the feeling. Warm. Safe. Quiet. Warm. Safe. Quiet. In. Out. In. Out. If you notice your jaw, let it loosen again. If you notice your shoulders, let them drop again. 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 No effort. Only permission. Warm light by the window. The night outside is distant. The room inside is calm. Distant. Calm. Distant. Calm. Your thoughts can become like distant traffic you don't follow. A faint movement far away. Far away. No need to go there. In. Out. In, out, safe, quiet, rest, safe, quiet, rest. The body grows heavier. The mind grows dimmer. Heavier, dimmer, heavier, dimmer. The words can get smaller now. Shorter, soft, safe, quiet, rest. Warm light by the window. In, out, in, out. If you drift, let it happen. If you pause, that is fine. 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 Nothing changes quickly here. The light stays warm. The night stays calm. Warm, calm, warm, calm. You can let the thoughts go unfinished. Half formed. Half faded. Unfinished is fine. Warm light by the window. Safe. Quiet. Rest. Safe. Quiet. Rest. In, out, in, out. And little by little, without trying, the mind becomes quiet enough, the body becomes heavy enough, and sleep comes closer, softly, gently, in the warm light by the window. Warm light by the window. Still room. Calm night. Safe. Quiet. Rest. The light stays warm. The room stays dim. Nothing changes. In, out, in, out. The breath repeats. The glow repeats. The rest repeats. Repeat. Repeat. Warm light by the window. You don't need to think now. You don't need to follow words. You can let everything soften. 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 If a thought appears, it can be small. It can be far. It can fade. 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 The bed holds you. The blanket holds you. The room holds you. Held? 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 In? Out? In? Out? Your body is heavy. In a calm way. In a safe way. Heavy. Safe. Your face is soft. Your shoulders are down. Your hands are loose. 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 Warm light by the window. The night outside is distant. The inside is quiet. Distant. Quiet. No need to check. No need to decide. No need to do. Nothing to do. In, out, in, out. The words can become fewer now. Shorter. Softer. Warm light. Quiet room. Rest. Warm light. Quiet room. Rest. If you drift, let it happen. If you pause, that is fine. 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 The mind can be dim. Like soft fog. No sharp edges. Fog. Fog. Warm light by the window. You can sink a little more. Not quickly. Slowly. Slow sinking. In. Out. In. Out. Sleep does not need an announcement. It simply arrives. 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 Safe. Quiet. Rest. Safe. Quiet. Rest. The warm glow stays steady, and you sink deeper, more and more, until the words fade, and only rest remains. Warm light by the window. Now. Warm light by the window. Still room. Calm night. Nothing changes. Nothing begins. You simply continue resting. Safe. Quiet. Rest. The light is warm and steady. The air is soft and quiet. Nothing asks you to be alert. You don't need to listen closely. You can let the words pass through. Like a warm breeze that doesn't move anything. Pass through. Pass through. In. Out. In. Out. Warm light by the window. If a thought appears, you can treat it like a small cloud. It drifts in. It drifts out. No need to follow. Drift. Drift. The room stays the same. The light stays the same. 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 Safe. Quiet. Rest. The bed holds your weight. The blanket holds you close. Your body can be heavy. 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 Not heavy with worry. Heavy with rest. Rest. In. Out. In. Out. The mind can be dim now. Like soft fog in a quiet field. No edges. No sharp corners. Fog. Fog. Warm light by the window. You can let your face soften again. Forehead smooth. Eyes quiet. Jaw loose. 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 Shoulders down. Arms heavy. Hands open. Open. Belly soft. Chest calm. Calm. Hips settled. Legs heavy. Feet resting. Resting. In. Out. In. Out. No checking. No checking the time. No checking the phone. No checking your thoughts. No checking. Warm light by the window. The night outside is distant. Far away. Muted. 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 Inside is warm. Inside is quiet. Inside is safe. Warm. Quiet. Safe. Warm. Quiet. Safe. In. Out. In. Out. You can let the mind stop building pictures. No scenes to create. No details to hold. Just the feeling of warmth. Just the feeling of safety. Warm light by the window. If the mind tries to start a sentence, it can end early. Half a thought. And then quiet. Half a thought. And then quiet. Quiet. In. Out. In. Out. The words can be simple now. Very simple. Safe. Quiet. Rest. Safe. Quiet. Rest. The light stays warm. The room stays dim. Dim. Soft. Soft. Warm light by the window. If you feel yourself drifting, let it happen. If you feel yourself pausing, that is fine. 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 Nothing to achieve. Sleep is not a task. Sleep is not a goal. Sleep is a gentle return. 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 In. Out. In. Out. Your breath is slow. Your breath is enough. Enough. The quiet in the room is enough. Enough. Warm light by the window. Let the edges of your awareness soften. Like the room is slightly blurred. Like the light is a gentle haze. Haze? Haze? No sharpness. No urgency. Safe. Quiet. Rest. safe, quiet, rest. In, out, in, out. The body sinks a little deeper. Not suddenly. Slowly. Slowly. The mind sinks too. Not into thinking. Into quiet. Into quiet. Warm light by the window. The light stays steady. The night stays calm. Steady. Calm. Steady. Calm. You can let the words fade again. You can let them become smaller. Smaller? Smaller? And as they fade, your body stays safe, your breath stays slow, and sleep comes closer, softly, gently, in the warm light by the window. Warm light by the window. Still room. Calm night. Safe. Quiet. Rest. Nothing to do. Nothing to think. Nothing to hold. In. Out. In. Out. The light stays warm. The room stays dim. Steady. Steady. Your breath is slow. Your breath is enough. Enough. The bed holds you. The blanket holds you. Held? Held? In? Out? In? Out? No need to follow words now. No need to listen closely. You can drift. 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 Warm light by the window. The night outside is far away. Inside is calm. 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 Safe. Quiet. Rest. Safe. Quiet. Rest. In. Out. In. Out. The mind can be blank, or soft, or dim. Any of that is fine. 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 Warm light by the window. Shoulders down. Jaw loose. Hands loose. 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 Belly soft. Chest calm. Calm. Hips heavy. Legs heavy. Feet resting. Resting. In. Out. In. Out. Nothing changes. Nothing begins. Only rest continues. 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 Warm light by the window. Soft glow. Soft breath. Soft. Soft. safe, quiet, rest, in, out, in, out. If a thought appears, let it pass. No opening. No answering. Pass. Pass. Warm light by the window. Still room. Calm night. Safe. Quiet. Rest. Safe. Quiet. Rest. In. Out. In. Out. Words can fade now. Smaller. Softer. Smaller. Softer. Warm light by the window. Now. Rest. Now. Rest. In. Out. In. Out. Safe. Quiet. Rest.